Help me welcome on stage Dr. Debapi Rai.
Fired up? Excited? That's great. How many of you believe that this business really works? Sure? You believe that this business works? Fantastic, fantastic. Even I never believed it when I started the business. But how many of you are new here for the first time? For the first time. Great, congratulations. Great. See, Brit Worldwide has given you a real positive environment. And this environment actually, everything is positive. And you can feel that this business really works. People can become successful. But I'm telling you, how many of you are really excited about this new business? Business is, of course, Amway, old business, but the new things, everything coming up. Are you fired up about it? New plan, new everything. Huh? Business is growing big time. Business is growing big time in Chennai. See, I'll tell you, I know I'm not an astrologer of any kind, but I can foresee something. I can predict something. Days are near when somebody, bride's parents, would really ask you that whether you are building the business seriously or not. And platinum would have really high stakes in the wedding market. Right? You agreed? You don't agree with me? You know what happened? I'll tell you a story. If you don't agree with me, I'll tell you a story. Once what happened, in your Chennai station, your railway station is at Egmore. Huh? Egmore. So from Chennai, there is a Chennai mail. This Chennai mail starts from Chennai, it goes to Howrah in Kolkata. Okay. So one elderly gentleman was standing there waiting for the Chennai mail to come. He was supposed to board the train. And a young guy was standing next to him. So this young guy comes up and asks this elderly gentleman, Sir, could you please tell me what is the time right now? He looked at him and said, no, I won't tell you. He said, what? Then again he asked, after some time, Sir, could you please tell me what the time is? The elderly gentleman, again, he looked sternly and said, no, I won't tell you. This guy, got puzzled. I'm asking him the time and he's not telling me. So he asked once again, Sir, what's the matter? I'm asking you the time, what the time is it right now, and you're not telling me, what is it so? So this gentleman says, you're traveling by this train. He said, yes. Okay, you're traveling by this train. I'm also traveling by this train. Maybe both of us, we would travel in the same compartment. So, is it possible? The guy said, yes, it's possible. So, is it also possible that your berth or your seat would be next to me? So, this young guy says, yes, it could be possible. And it's also possible, the elderly guy, gentleman, he continues. So it's also possible that we sit together, we become friendly, we get to know each other. The guy said, yes, it's also possible, but what that has got to do about, not telling me what the time is. So this elderly gentleman, he continued, when we come to Howrah, maybe you are also going to Howrah. He said, yes, I could also be going to Howrah. So at Howrah station, my daughter would come to receive me. So maybe you would, be friendly towards my daughter. Is that possible? So this guy says, yes, that's possible. So maybe you'll come close to her later on. He said, yes, that's also possible. Then he says, maybe someday you'll come to me and tell me that I want to get married to your daughter. Then this guy said, yes, that's also possible. So this elderly gentleman then says, remember, son, I will never give my daughter's hand to somebody who does not have a watch. So if your would-be father-in-law comes to know that you are building the business, but somehow you didn't complete it, somehow you didn't build it, you left it midway, he might say the same thing to you. You like it? So from today you are going to build it seriously. Yes. So now I'm going to share certain things, how we build the business and what's it all about. But remember one thing, it's not all about a curriculum or a textbook, or it's not that. Business is built on certain principles. Brit Worldwide teaches you certain success principles. But the greatest success principle in earth, to be successful in anywhere, in any field, is having a strong dream. Having a strong dream, following it, and believing in it. And remember one thing, whatever you believe in, you achieve that. If you don't believe in something, you will never achieve that. It's all about believing and achieving. You have to believe it. So if you believe that you can go diamond, if you believe that you'll have a wonderful lifestyle for you and your family, you can achieve it. It's all about how much you can believe. And Brit Worldwide has created, this environment for you to build faith, to build the belief. And you have to agree to one thing, that it is all in you. It's all in you. You don't have to find, things. You don't have to get from here, knowledge from here. Only thing you need to get the experience of others. But the driving force, the dream, it's all in you. You have to believe in that. It's all in you. You are something special. As I said, you are something special. You are something unique. See, every genetic code of an individual is different from the other person. Every individual is unique in its own sense. They're absolutely different. So, if you are different means you are something special. And once you have business in Brit Worldwide with you, I believe that you are more special. And once you are more special, you have the dream with you, you can change your life. When everything goes wrong, when you feel dejected, when you feel, really, you are so tired, you can't do anything, you are fed up, the only thing which drags you along, pushes you along is your dream. You have to believe it and you have to work on it. And that is what happens is, people start off with a dream, but then they don't work towards it. After a few rejections, maybe after a few no's and few situations, few challenges here and there, people say, okay, it's not my cup of tea. You've heard people saying, it's not my cup of tea? People say, it's not my cup of tea. When? There are two types of people who say, it's not my cup of tea. One who have not joined this business, they say, it's not my cup of tea. And there are people who join this business, and after some time they say, it's not my cup of tea. I'll ask them to rethink, why did you join that business? Why? And what does this business talk about? What does it give you really? Basically two things. One, you can make money out of this business. And two, you can help others making money. Agreed? So if this is not your cup of tea, so which one you don't like? Not making money for yourself or not helping others to make money? If somebody says, I don't like making money for myself, what would you call him? Hypocrite? Softly, a soft term would be hypocrite. And somebody who says, I don't like to help others making money, I can't find any adjective, So this is the driving force of any success. The driving force of success in business is also your dream. The dream gets more and more powerful as you focus into it. You have to focus into it. Anything which you focus upon, you tend to prioritize that. You tend to make it more powerful. A simple thing, you have heard about it a number of times, you've seen it, even if you have not heard about it, you've seen it. You've seen a magnifying glass on a sunny afternoon. If you place the magnifying glass in front of a piece of paper, it gets burnt. It burns. Why? Because the rays are focused, and the more you focus on it, the stronger it becomes. The more you focus on your dreams, the stronger it becomes. The stronger it becomes, the more priority you give into it. I am an orthopedic surgeon. I had different priorities, but I had a dream as well. And a dream so big and a dream so strong that it was very clear to me what I wanted out of my life. And once you know what you want out of your life, whether it's freedom, freedom of choice, or in whatever way, freedom of traveling or freedom of money or freedom of whatever way, if that is clear to you, then you find time. Then you can prioritize. Then you know what your dream is. We talk about visualizing a dream. The more you visualize, visualizing means to see the dream. The more you visualize, the more you can focus on it. So, in the initial days, it might seem, very silly. Having the picture of your dream car or a dream house or a dream vacation spot and sticking it to your refrigerator or your cupboard or your workstation, whatever. It might seem silly. It did seem silly to us. But I had and we had total faith in our appliance and the system who said that you must have written dreams. You must have pictures, photographs of things you want in life. So we written down our dreams, we wrote down our dreams, and then we stuck the pictures on different places where we could see it regularly. You know what? It works. It works because you can, fool yourself. You can fool yourself. Say, okay, it didn't happen. You tend to compromise. Okay, fine. I couldn't go to so-and-so place. I couldn't go to the pyramid in Egypt. Instead, I went to a hill station in North India. You can always think about that. You can always compromise. But when you have the picture of the pyramid in front of your refrigerator or in front of your, in your workstation, workplace, that pyramid will call you every day. Hi, what are you doing? Have you shown the plan? Have you done the follow-up? Have you retailed the products? Have you gone to the meetings? Did you listen to the CD? Did you write the books? Did you listen to your upline? That pyramid will tell you. That is called visualization. When you visualize it, you focus on it. Pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. You focus on freedom. You want a big house. You want a big house, There's a lovely place nearby, Mavalipuram. Isn't it? And on way to Mavalipuram, I remember a few years back when I was in Chennai. So I was going to Mavalipuram, lovely houses, lovely bungalows over there on the beach front, isn't it? How many of you have a dream to own a bungalow there? How many of you? How many of you want? Not available. Gone. Available. How many of you have a dream? Let me share a dream with you. I have a dream of owning a bungalow there. Compete with me. You have to compete with me. Who gets it faster? My bungalow or your bungalow? Whatever. So that was long time back. Before joining the business, I had been there to Mavalipuram with Rina and my daughter. She was a kid then. So everything. See, if you have a kid, people talk about, I don't have dreams, I don't know what to dream about. People are confused, They don't know what a dream really is. If you have a daughter or a son at home, if you have kids at home, they are your walking dreams. They are your walking dreams, moving dreams. You don't need to have dreams from outside. They are your dreams. I am a doctor, I am an orthopedic surgeon. My dream was to see that my daughter becomes a doctor. And now she's an MD. She's doing her MD. She passed her MBBS, she's doing her MD. So whatever you focus upon, it becomes a fact. It becomes a fact. This is the power of visualizing, power of seeing it. In fact, I think, when you program your brain is probably it is the most powerful thing on earth. Most powerful thing. Because it gives you direction. If you believe in God, God works through your brain to do all the good things for yourself and for others. It's your brain, because that is the organ which responds to everything what you do. And not only does it keep a memory storage of how you react, what you do, what to do, it also gives you a solution to everything. I read somewhere that human brain, even the geniuses like Einstein and Newton and all, they have utilized only 25% of the capacity of the brain. Average intelligent person, they utilize about 15%. Average intelligent person utilizes 15% of your brain, okay? So if you are not using your brain 0, then still you are an average. Right? Take the help of the most powerful organ in your body. Visualize. And what is verbalizing? Verbalizing is again talking about it, talking about your dream, programming your brain. And that itself, that is the secret, that is the magic. You program, you talk about success, you get success. You talk about failure, you get failure. You talk about anything, you try to, anything, anything you say, when you talk, when you speak to somebody, whatever you're talking and somebody else is listening, they're listening through their ears. external, these are called the external ears, the ears which you can see. The inside also you got internal ears, okay. So internal ears is connected to the brain. So when you are talking, somebody else is listening, they are listening through their external ears. But when you are talking and you yourself you are listening, it is your internal ears, the brain, that is in function. And when that is in function, that's a programming in your brain that you can do it. That you can do it. Whatever. If you're thinking negative, you're talking negative, you can do that negative. If you're talking positive, you can do the positive. Okay. And of course, just having a dream doesn't help. Have a dream, visualize, verbalize, and have a game plan. Without a game plan, without goal setting, a dream is just a fantasy. It's just fantasy. Even if it has to come to be real, you must have a game plan. And that is where the starting point of the success circle begins. Having a game plan. And to have a game plan, the person you need is your upline mentor. The person who guides you. The person who has already, he has gone by the path and he's leading you. He's the mentor, he's the guide. He shows you what to do. Having a game plan. Prioritizing your activities. This business has a lot of activities. A lot of things you have to do in this business. You have to come to meetings, you have to show the plan, you have to sell the product, you have to do the product demos, you have to listen to CDs, you have to listen to, read the books, you have to talk to new people, making a list of people, so many things to do. But you need to prioritize and focus on what to do, when and where. Even meetings have their own priorities. When your upline is having a meeting, you don't go to your upline's meeting and have a meeting of your own. That's not the right thing. You're not prioritizing in the right way. Your upline's meeting is the top priority. Brit Worldwide meeting, they're the top priorities. And then comes your upline diamonds meeting, your upline platinums meeting, your upline's direct upline's meeting, and then your meeting. Okay, so you have to know what to do and when to do. There's a planner. Brit Worldwide has a planner. You know that? And everybody should have a planner to plan out the details. You must have a planner to plan out the details. And by taking help of your upline, you have to fill in the blanks. What to do when. Sit down with him and plan accordingly. What do you want? Whether you want to own a bungalow somewhere, or you want to go up for a foreign trip, or you want to, I don't know what. You want to give a great education to your children, or you want to do some social activities, whatever may be your dream. Write it down, plan it down, how much money you need, how much you need to do, what work you have to do, how many plans you have to show. All this, it needs to be written down. Unless your goal is written down, unless there's a proper planning behind it, it doesn't really work. And remember one thing, which I personally feel is probably the most important thing. Always have a backup plan. Because you never know that your initial plan A would work or not. It doesn't happen, because especially when you're showing the plan to somebody, when you plan to show the plan to some person, you go to his house, he's not there, or somebody has fallen ill in his family, or some situation has cropped up. So your evening, it goes a waste. It should never happen. There should be a backup. There should be, a football team is judged by the strength of the bench. You know what is the bench strength? The substitute players. The strength of the substitute players, that actually gives the strength to a football team. If you have enough, same in every game, same in every team game, whether it is football or whether it is cricket, if you have a cricket team, and if you have enough good players waiting on the sidelines to take over, everybody would perform to their best. Everybody would keep up to the expectations. Not only that, if something untoward happens, if somebody misses out a match due to an injury or due to some other situation, somebody else is there to take up. There has to be a backup plan. In life, in your planning, in your daily activities, there must be a backup plan. If you don't have, if you can't, you have missed out, had a no-show in your plan, have something else. Have something else to back up. So these are everything, you need to know. Having a backup plan. And of course, building a proper work ethics. Going platinum in this business is probably the first step towards stability in business. And you can only go platinum in this business if you have a proper work ethic. And a proper work ethic is developed again when you plan out properly. People fail miserably if they don't plan. You have to plan. Maybe your plan may not work. First time it may not work. Maybe you need to make some changes, some corrections, some activity changes or whatever, the way you show the plan or way you do the demos or whatever, you need to change your style or whatever. But you must have a plan. And having a plan is the first thing to develop a proper work ethic. You must be knowing what to do when. See, it all depends what you focus upon. People focused upon so many things in the last few months. Apart from building the business, I know some people focused about some products being TNA. But now all the products, most of them are available. You have to have the patience and wait for a few more months. Most of them will again be available. All issues have been gradually been sorted out. But if you focus on the challenges, if you focus on product just being not available, if you focus on web issues and this and that, then you're focusing on the wrong things. Focus on things that in spite of challenges, business is growing. Focus on these. These are the positive things. And when you focus on positive things, you focus on positive activities. You know what to do. People say no. Why? Because everybody don't say yes. That's why. That's why some people say no. But there are more no's than more yeses. True, agreed. There are more failures than successes. Agree or not? So you get to hear more no's than more yeses. Okay. If you show the plan to many people, it's the number which matters and not the figure. I've showed 10 plans and 8 guys have said no. That's okay. That's okay. At least 2 have said yes. Showed plan to 10 more people, 20 more people, 50 more people, 100 more people. But that activity must go on. That work must go on. And the beauty of this business is that you can correct yourself at any moment. You can know what is going wrong with you. You can check your upline, talk to your upline, and know what to correct, where to correct, which activities are to be corrected, what to do when, what to prioritize upon, what to learn. And always one thing which I have learned again is work on your strength, never work on your weaknesses. Your weaknesses, tend to drift you towards failures. Your strength, whatever may be your strength. If your strength is in showing the plan, go ahead. If your strength is in doing product demos, go ahead. If you are good at retailing, go ahead. And remember one thing, one who sells the product, one who is a good retailer of products, in future they build big businesses. They'll never quit the business. Because the core line of this business is the products. The core line of this business is the awesome products. And the person behind the products is you. You are the person behind the products. And who builds you? Your uplines. The Brit Worldwide Education System, they build you. Okay. And of course, it is again very important to realize that you are not building this business alone. You are with a team. You are building a team. You are building the leadership within you. You are developing the leadership around you. That is important. I've seen many people so effective, so good retailers and so good at showing the plan, so good sponsoring people, yet they don't change their pins. Yet their volume doesn't increase. Yet the business doesn't go up. You know why? Because they don't know how to build a team, how to maintain a team. And that is what the leadership teaches you. That is what all these diamonds, emeralds and senior leaders in the first row, again in the front row, they are teaching you. Give them a very big hand. And so many of them here. And I was just talking to my host backstage. I was telling him, if I start naming all the diamonds, and I'm sure to miss some names. There's so many of them here. So why name all the diamonds? I'll just say all the diamonds, all the emeralds, and all the leaders here. Give them a very big hand. Awesome. You know why they're here? Why they're here? They are here because they have built a team. They know the secret of business. They know how to build a team. You know how a team is built? First of all, you have to take responsibility. You have to take total, full responsibility of yourself and also the team. something is wrong happening, something wrong is happening in your team, something which is not up to the mark, something which is not good, something which is not ethical, something which is absolutely wrong and violating all ethics. You say, no, I don't know, it's my team doing it, I don't know about it. You can't say that. If something good is happening in your team, you are responsible for that. And if something not good is happening in your team, you are also responsible for that. That is what the leader's first step is. A leader's first step is to take responsibility of the whole team, whatever is happening. And that is where transparency, relationship, communication, these are all things which are important in building a super team, a solid team. You have to maintain the ethics of a great Brit Worldwide team. You are a part of Brit Worldwide. And Brit Worldwide is a part of Amway's big business all over the world. So you're a part of it. You have to build a business following the ethics, the principles of BWW. You have to follow your leaders who have sacrificed such a lot to build such a big business. And then again, as a leader of a team, it is important and very important that you have to first learn and then teach. Sometimes it happens, we start teaching before we learn. It doesn't happen here. This business is all about learning. See, knowledge, experience, skill, it's developed every day. You learn every day. And you learn from everybody. That is the most, you learn from everybody. Even, I try to learn from everybody. I learn from my daughter. I learn from the kids. In fact, I learn from my doggies also at home. I'm telling you, my Labrador, my handsome Labrador Rambo, I watch him, I learn from him how to be focused on a certain thing. If he is focused on his food plate, he's focused on that, he's focused on nothing else. So as a human being, if I am focused, he doesn't have a dream, he has an instinct. Animals work on their instinct. The instinct is that the food plate, the food will come and he has got to gobble it. He's got to take it. Okay? But as a human being, I can dream. So the difference between Rambo and me is that he works, he's focused on his instinct, I'm focused on my dream to be successful in life. No? You have to try to learn from, you can't say, no, I have learned everything. I have become, I'm a leader, I'm a 9%er now. Or I'm a 15%. I know everything. I know. There are people, they come back to me, people in my, why should I go to meetings? Why should I listen to my uplines? I know how to show the plan. I know whatever people talk about the same thing, same 9 core steps, same 4 basics. I don't need to know. I know all that. But the day you stop learning, I tell you guys that day you stop growing. You don't grow after that. You don't grow after that. Then after that, the day you stop learning, you will be measured by days, months and years. Okay? Not by pin. You have stopped learning at 50, you will become 60, you will become 70, you will become 90. You have stopped learning when you were 15%. So at 60 you are again at 15%. At 70 you come back to 12%. At 90 probably you are nowhere. That's what happens. Lead from front. Set examples. As a leader you have to lead from front. The successful army, the generals in the army, the leaders in the army, they lead from front. They don't lead from behind. If Napoleon led from behind, his army won't have conquered. His army won't have won battles. You have to lead from front. As a leader, you are the leader of the group, you have to have a vision. You have to show them that this is the vision. See, through this business, you can build your future and you can build the future of everybody around you. Have you ever thought that this business is such a business where even you are doing a service to people who are not in business? You know how? You are retailing products. People are using good products. They are benefited. You are doing a service. Okay, you do. People who are not even buying your products. Maybe somebody, a tea vendor outside this hall. He is earning money because you have a meeting here. So you are serving each and everybody. When you go, when thousands of people, go to the ALS trips, you are doing a favor, you are helping the travel agents, you are helping the travel vendors, you are helping the airlines, you are serving the other people who are not in this business, but directly or indirectly, your success in business is helping everybody around you. You are a leader, you are leading from front. And then again, often it happens, as a leader, we are often aware of our rights. So I'm a leader, I must have this, I must have that. But before being aware of your rights, you should be aware of your responsibilities. A leader, the more you grow up in this business, the higher you go, you know what happens? Your responsibilities become bigger, your rights become less. The more rights you have, the less responsibilities you have. And the more responsibilities you have, the less rights you have. So be aware of your responsibilities in the business. Your responsibility towards your team, your responsibility towards Brit Worldwide, towards your upline, that is important. And of course, leadership is all about building a character, a rock solid character. Character in every sense. A leader with a true character, he stands apart. He's different. You look at him with awe. Why? Because he is a character. And a person who has a character, whom you can't, point a finger at, he's a person who has this aura around him. Something called a charisma. A charisma comes to a person who has a right character, a rock solid character. People are attracted. Your leadership should go to that level when people flock towards you. People are attracted towards you. This happens. I never wondered. I'll tell you, the difference it makes, I've felt it. As an orthopedic surgeon, I've helped many people. I've helped many people who have suffered from accidents and other places. They're cured, they're happy, they're okay with it. But in business, the first time we went to do a BBS when we were Emeralds, I think it was Gorakhpur. The first time we went there, 2:30 a.m. in the morning, we came out of the train. There were about 100 Brit Worldwide ABOs to receive us over there. And many of them, even the host didn't know me because we were fresh Emeralds. So he was carrying an anagram with him with our photograph and he was checking whether this is the guy or not. This is the feeling, when you can know, when you can really know that you are successful. I like this, there was some advertisement somewhere, I saw it. When your signature becomes an autograph, you know that you are successful. You know that you have made a difference in somebody else's life. You know that you have done something. You have said something. You have helped in some way or other, which has made a difference in their lives. And that's the business all about. That's the leadership. It's a leadership-driven business. And as a leader, again, responsibilities. Again, character, charisma, people attracted towards you. As a leader, you have to protect your team from negatives. Negatives are there. Negatives will remain. Negatives will prevail. But it's your duty as a leader to protect your team from negatives. Negatives come from all sides, but all of the negatives, they come from the mind of somebody. Negatives are not manufactured by God. Negatives are not manufactured by God. Negatives are manufactured by human beings. It's from their mind it comes. So negative is there because as long as a human being stay in the earth, there will be negatives. But as a leader, it's your duty, your responsibility to protect your team from the negatives so that no negative can ever harm or touch the growth in your team, the unity in your team. So this is the business of the 21st century. You agree? This is the modern business. Grow as you know. You have to grow as you know. So many things. See this awesome business. You are connected with the highest level of technology ever. And this country, India, is so very tech savvy now. You agree with it? Everything is so very technology. And everything with high digital things and technological things coming up. People are very smart. Even young kids, they're very smart. And then we have people who don't want to change, who don't want to grow with the 21st century. People are scared of computers. People are scared of smartphones. People are scared of so many things. Business has become so very easy. So very easy. Having a smartphone in your hand. Doing everything with that. We never had that 16 years back when we started off the business. But the guys who are starting this business right now, is such an important tool. Everything is in the net. Everything is in internet. You can do everything. But you have to learn. You have to change. It's all about changing. And change comes from within. Okay. So like a saint, this saint used to preach about change. You have to change. You have to do this. You have to do that to change yourself. So he went to a fast food shop and he ordered a roll or something, and vendor, he prepared that roll and handed it over to him, and he paid the amount, and he was still waiting while this shopkeeper, he was attending to the next customer. So this saint, this priest, he waited for some time and then he said, what about my change? This guy was smart enough, must have heard him say somewhere in some meeting or some place, he said, change comes from within. So it's not that change does come from within. So you have to change. Don't be scared. Don't be scared about these modern things. Don't be scared about the smartphone. Don't be scared about the computers. It's easy stuff. You ask your kid at home, he knows better than you. I learned. In fact, it's all about, I learned the smart things from my daughter. You have to agree to learn again. And this is a smart business. I was talking about going the extra mile. You know what's going the extra mile is? Doing something extra. Going an extra step ahead so that people look up at you. So that your teammates, your downlines feel that you're one step ahead. And I'm telling you, I'm very egoistic about it. If I ever go to one of my downlines place and find that he has a PMA book which I don't have, the first thing I do is to buy that book. And I make it a point that my downlines, they have the books, all of them which I have, and I have some more. I listen to more CDs than they do. I go to more meetings than they do, even at this level. Going an extra mile. Showing more plans than your downlines. Doing more product demos. Doing more retailing. All this. Doing something extra. Setting an example. Because your team is going to follow you. And once your team doesn't follow you, follow somebody else, then a team is no longer a team. It's no longer a team. It's a very chaotic organization. A leader has to set examples. And you have to share. You have to share everything with your team. Share all the positives. Care about your teammates. Help them. Situations are bound to come in anybody's life. But then again, you have to be with them as a leader. Whatever the situation. Most of the situations, maybe you won't be able to help. But in most of the situations, you can stay next to him, pat him on the back and say, I'm with you. And give him good advice. That is what you can do as a responsible leader. And to create a momentum in the team, the one word which I feel creates big momentum in the team is promotion. How you promote. Promote anything and everything that is promoted by your upline to your team. Don't ask what to promote. Don't ask why to promote. Don't question the things which your upline promotes, which the Brit Worldwide system promotes. Don't question that, because it's a proven thing. It's a proven thing that once you promote the stuff which your upline has promoted, you would get better into this business, better in this business. So promotion is an art. It's all about, it's not just promotion. A lot of people think that promotion is just about, communicating stuff. Promotion is just about maybe informing, giving information. And high technology, WhatsApp, messages, they're good in one way, they're not good in the other way also. You know how? Smart touch phones. You can touch the phone, but you don't touch the individual. You can touch the individual if you communicate directly. If you promote directly. Often we forget. We just sent a WhatsApp message to the group. WhatsApp message, tomorrow 50% extra, this available, and this promo, this bag. Promotion is an art. And promotion is the key to create momentum. The day you start, promoting in the right way, you see your volumes grow. You see your business grows. And again, as a leader of a team, as a responsible leader of your team, as a serious leader of your team, it's important that you have great relationship. Great relationship in your team. Relationship, you know what relationship is all about? Really, as a leader, when you're setting examples, when you're going the extra mile, when you're communicating properly, your relationship with the team automatically grows. Because your teammates, your downlines they know that you are doing something for them. You are making a difference in their lives. But then again, we often tend to, mess up the relationship. When do we mess up the relationship? We mess up the relationship when we don't really care. When we are focused only about our business. When we are not focused about our downline's business. You can be successful only if your team is successful. You can be successful, you can reach your big pins only if your downlines reach their pins. Otherwise it doesn't happen. If it is not like a illegal money scheme where you are only the person who is making money, others don't make any, others lose money. In Amway, you are making money because others are making money. If others don't make money, you don't make any money. And of course, there will be situations, but as a leader, you should always give the benefit of doubt. A benefit of doubt to your downlines. People make mistakes. Don't criticize the person. We often criticize the person. We have a tendency to criticize. You have done this wrong, and don't generalize. People often say, whatever you do, always, whatever you speak from the stage or whatever, whenever you show the plan, this is wrong, this is that. When you start criticizing the person, he has an invisible barrier in front of him whenever he talks to you. If at all necessary, try to change his work pattern. Don't try to change him. Don't try to criticize him. Sort of harsh words can ever bring good results or big results in your business. And relationship builds volume. It's not the other way. People often think it's the other way. Build volume and then you build relationship. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. It can never happen that way. And always in any relationship, be it a husband-wife relationship, or be it relationship with your downlines or upline, always, give space. This is important. Often we don't give space. I'll give you an example. Have you seen large trees? Large trees, banyan trees. Have you seen banyan trees? Have you seen them? When you plant two banyan trees nearby, with a very short gap between them, do they grow? Do they grow big? They don't. They become bonsai. Because for them to grow, they need a space beneath the earth for their roots, to travel. So they need a long space in between. So in any relationship, if you don't have space in between, then what happens? You bang into each other every now and then. You bang into each other every now and then. Be it a husband-wife relationship or be it an upline-downline relationship. You must give space. Everybody wants space. Giving space means respecting a particular individual's time, respecting a particular individual's interests, respecting a particular individual's own skills. You have to mutually respect that. That is giving space. And when we don't give space, again, when you are not building the business properly, when your structure isn't right, when you don't have enough people in your team, talking about the business, then only you bang on your only or maybe one or two downlines. So you have to give space. And giving space will, actually give a boost to your business because it will help the other person to work. It is just like, when you actually transfer the responsibility to a certain person, to your downline. You transfer that. Once you transfer the responsibilities, the duties, the work to somebody else, your team grows because he knows what being a responsible leader is. He learns from you. Another thing which I have felt, I've looked at it this way, like any relationship is bilateral. It is between two different individuals. I'll explain you. In a husband and wife's relationship, that is totally different between the wife's relationship with her brother. If the husband tries to butt into the relationship of his wife with her brother or with her sister or with her daughter or whoever, then there is a confusion. So if you are having a situation with one of your downlines, doesn't mean you will have a situation with everybody down there. Any situation is between two persons. Any relationship is between two persons. Give value to that. And once you give value to that, you know how to sort it out. And again, there's a lovely book, and I've learned a lot of things from that. From a very senior leader in this business, Terry Felver. Have you heard about him? The book is Am I Making Myself Clear? Wonderful book about relationship, I'm telling you. Wonderful book. Lot of things I've learned. There would be issues. There would be situations. Never try to sort out issues or situations over telephone. Never do it. Face it. You have to face it. You are a leader, you have to face it. There are situations. You don't know. Maybe you have hurt somebody, knowingly, unknowingly. Maybe somebody else has done that. Maybe your downline who was building the business seriously, something has happened. It's no longer serious because he's getting demotivated. Maybe he's having situations at home, at work, or he's having some health issues. But you need to sort out. Don't prejudge and don't be judgmental. Often we become judgmental. Even God is not judgmental. Have you heard about it? God is not judgmental. Even on the judgment day, God is not judgmental. God won't judge you. So why should we become judgmental about this is right, this is wrong, this is what you should do? Never do that. It spoils a relationship. And a relationship once spoiled is, very difficult to mend it. Very difficult. And building a healthy relationship is just like, maintaining a garden. How many of you have gardens at home? Many of you have bungalows, and you have gardens at home. You grow flowers there. You just plant a flower, a plant and leave it, a sapling and leave it like that. Would it grow? It won't grow. You need to water it. You need to feed it. You need to nurture it. You need to take out the weeds around it. Relationship is just like that. You need to water it. You need to nurture it. You need to feed it. And you need to remove the weeds as well which grows around it. That is how you build a healthy relationship. It's a continuous process. Relationship is not just a one-time thing. Okay, you are platinum, I've got a great relationship with you. Now you are not qualifying as a platinum, no relationship with you. It's not that. You have to grow continuously. In the Brit Worldwide system, we talk about the powers in the business. The powers, the three powers, the power of unity, the unity of Brit Worldwide. I look at it this way. The power of unity is, the power of unity gives you the outer strength. Unity is uniformity, predictability. Whenever I talk about the Brit Worldwide system in Chennai or whatever I talk about here, would be the same thing which I'll talk in Calcutta. Or even if I take a BBS, maybe abroad, maybe I'll be talking the same thing because the principles don't change. That is the power of Brit Worldwide. The strength which comes from outside. Responsibility is more when you talk to your cross lines. Here I am at Chennai. At Chennai, I don't know how many of you are here my downlines, but most of you are my cross lines here. I have more responsibility in talking about the business than when I talk to my downlines. The power of spoken words, it gives you the inner strength. The power of verbalization, the power of, as I spoke about, the programming of the brain, it gives you the inner strength. And the power of submission, that gives you the divine strength that comes from above. And when you have all these strengths with you, when you have all the powers with you, success comes. And success comes automatically because you're in the right way. Brit Worldwide success principles, if you just say, oh, what are the four initial letters of English language? A, B, C and D. Okay, A, B, C and D. Am I getting it right? Silly question. I'm getting it right. Okay, right. I look at it this way. The Brit Worldwide success principle A, point A, that is the point of association. There's the power of association. You know what it comes from? It comes from meetings like this. It comes from CDs and books. The environment you get, you have to associate with the right people. Unless you are associating with the right people, you won't get to know the right business. How many of you want to become multi-millionaires? And how many of you think, all of us, we like our appliance Kanti Gala, huge business. How many of you would like, to have Kanti Gala at your home, teaching you how to build a business? Even if he wants to, he won't have the time. If I want Kanti Gala to come and teach me. So where is the place where I can associate with him? In meetings? I can listen to him. If I can't access to him, I listen to his CDs. Got my point? To be successful, you have to associate yourself with the right people, the successful people, who even if they don't have the time or they don't have they won't be able to touch you or in a direct way. Association comes through Brit Worldwide meetings, CDs, and of course the positive mental attitude books. Belief, coming to point B, belief. Belief comes from what? Belief comes from the awesome products, when you use the products, retail them, and believe in the products, the belief comes from there. Belief comes from an environment like this. You've seen so many diamonds on the stage today, so many emeralds and founders emerald on the stage today. You can relate to the people out there. See, if he can do it, I can also do it. How many are doctors here? How many of you are doctors here? Raise your hand. So many doctors. So, if as a doctor I can build a business, I think you can go home and take this message that you as a doctor can also build a business and go diamond. So when you are with the awesome products and when you are with, in this meeting, seeing successful people on the stage, you tend to believe that this business works. Okay? And why is it called the best business in the world? Why is it the best business? Any idea? Why is it the best business? Of course, it has top quality products, best products in the world, no doubt about it. But not just because of that. It is a top business opportunity because it has a level playground for everybody. Anybody and everybody above 18 can build a business. Anybody and everybody above 18 can build a business. You don't require an MS orthopedics degree to build this business. You don't have to be a PhD to build the business. Anybody can build the business. Anybody with a dream. Another point is, you can build the business part-time. You can manage your family. You can manage your profession, primary profession, and still build the business. I am a practicing surgeon. I haven't left orthopedic surgery. Yesterday I had a major OT, a major operation. My patient is doing fine. I called him up. He is doing fine. Tomorrow I go back. I have my clinics. I have my OPD. I have my OT the next day. So everything goes on. Still you are building business. That is the beauty of business. Unlimited income potential, a transparent business model. You're building a huge business, income potential unlimited. Why unlimited? Because the total income depends on how focused you are, how much priority you are giving to this business, how you have built your structure in the business, how your groups are doing in creating volume, how you're teaching your groups to do the same. So the income potential is unlimited. Anybody and everybody can earn and can go big in this business. And do you agree with one thing? There's a lot of self-development in the business. You can always identify somebody who is in Amway, who is in Bit Worldwide, other than the people who are not in the business, those who are not with Bit Worldwide. This year, people are going to Bali. You're not excited about it? Not all of you. Maybe many of you. But next year, Amway is going to take you to Dubai. And can I say, it is going to be all of you? Not many of you, not some of you. Not most of you, but all of you. Can I say that? Can I get that commitment from you? This business is not just a portable business. You can build the business wherever you are. You can build a business in Kolkata even if you are in Chennai. Or you can build a business in Chennai even if you are in Kolkata. That is another reason why it is the best business. Of course, I have spoken about the high technological stuff. You've got the best of everything. Everything online, everything. A smart business, 24/7, you're connected. And of course, you are your own boss. Nobody is your boss here. Your upline mentor is your guide, is your mentor who shows you the path. You fix your goals. You have a planner. You plan it out. You have your dream. You set a time frame. And probably, this is the only way, the only profession, only business where you can touch, you can reach all your dreams. Whatever you believe in, whatever you believe you can achieve. The wonderful business opportunity. I was talking about A, I spoke about B. Next comes C. Another success principle of Brit Worldwide. That is building your character, accountability, teachability, and communication. If you want to be a successful doctor, you have to be accountable. You have to be ready to learn. That means you have to be teachable and you have to communicate properly. If you want to be a successful businessman, any business, any profession, to build a character, to make people believe you, to make yourself predictable, you have to communicate, you have to be teachable, and you have to be accountable. These are three things, again, success principles. After C comes D, and D is where you take the decision. The decision to build this business, the decision to work, the decision to talk about the business, the decision to speak out. And there comes the 4 basics in the business. STP, showing the plan. So you've got all 9. Just simply the 9 core steps in the business. Same thing. Whatever you learn from here from your uplines, when I come as a Brit Worldwide speaker, I'll talk about the same thing. When my uplines come, they'll talk about the same thing. When other diamond leaders come, they talk about the same thing. It is the same thing. The same success principles which have made people successful all over the world, which have made people free all over the world. You have to be totally focused on the success principles of BWW. The decision to work is actually the 4 basics in the business. See, whether you talk about products or whether you talk about the business opportunity, whom do you talk to? Whom do you talk to? People. Lot of people you know and many others you don't know. You talk to people whom you know and many other people whom you don't know. This is the principle, this is the secret. Unless you talk, if you keep your mouth shut, would your business grow? Is it written on your forehead? Written on your dress, all the products? Is it that way? No, it's not that way. You have to speak out, you have to talk about the business. With people you know and with people you don't know. So you must have to be professional. You should be professional at every step. You should be real professionals. So there, you make a list of people you know. People often say, no, I don't know people. How many of you heard this? I don't know people. I don't know how many people to show. You've heard about it? People come. You know why people say that? Now, I always try to be very logical about people giving objections. People say that they don't know people because they tend to prejudge the people they know. If you try to prejudge the people you know, you will find most of them not qualified to build business. You will find. But that is not the case. You are qualifying the person as the person you know. But you don't know what is there within. Like what is there within you, you don't know what is there within that person, how strong his dream is, how strong his desires are, to build his future. You don't know that. So make a list of all the people you know, all the people, right? Simple step, very important to make a written list. Why a written list? You've seen that movie. You've seen that movie in which Amir Khan, he forgets everything and whatever he wants to remember, he writes on the wall. Remember that movie. He has lost his memory. But this much he remembers that anything you write, you don't forget. We have the memory, we have our brains, so why do we argue? Why do we say this, that why a written list? When you write down anything, you don't lose it. And it is better, again, I emphasize on it, write it down. Okay, you can store it in your mobile phone. What happens if it goes out of order? Something wrong happens? Something happens to your mobile? You lose all the names? I got somebody the other day, I've lost all the names. The names which were there in my mobile, I've lost them. My mobile fell down. I was taking my bath. I don't know why somebody takes a mobile in their bath, I don't know. It fell down in a bucket of water and I've lost all the names, so I can't build that business. Have you heard to these excuses? There are excuses like this also. Write it down. Because when you're writing it down, 2 things happen. Writing is better than reading. You know why? Again, it's a programming. Writing, you're doing something active. Reading is always, although it's active, it's more passive than writing. It gets into your brain. When you write something, it gets into your brain. Write it down. And remember, building a list is a continuous process. Suppose at the start of your business, you had about 100 names. And slowly and surely you run out of all the names. What happens? You tend to lose your attitude. From Chennai, have you ever traveled by bus during this hot summer? Have you ever traveled to a distance of maybe 4 hours or 6 hours by bus? Maybe you have traveled. And if you have traveled with only 1 bottle of water, by the time you cross 1 hour or so, you have traveled about 1 hour, you finish about 80% of the water. Next 3 hours, how are you going to drink that water? You are going to drink it in sips, isn't it? Or might not drink at all, keep it for emergency. So if you have had 100 names while you started the business, and within a few months, You have exhausted 80 or 90 of them. Rest 10 of them, you won't show the plan. Because of the fear of insecurity in you, that if I show the plan, and if they say no, my list would be gone, and my dream would be gone too. So business is all about building a list in a continuous process. You meet so many people. You meet so many people while you're traveling, you meet so many people at work, you meet so many people at different occasions, in someone's birthday party or someone's wedding. You meet so many people. And still people say that I don't know people. I often, I want to ask, somebody came to me and told me, no, I don't know people. I said, how old are you? He said, I'm 40. And when you're 40, you don't know people? Business starts at the age of 18. When you're 18, you qualify for business. So, okay, from from your birth till 40 years, you were in prison? Were you in prison? You haven't met anybody except the jailers, the wardens and the criminals around you. They're the only names you remember. You don't know anybody else? Don't tell that. I mean, that's what the feeling is. How can somebody say I don't know people? But there are people who are excited. I know of a guy, from our team. He was really excited. He said, I'm being transferred to Mumbai from Calcutta. I said, I was a bit taken aback. Maybe he would come and say that, how am I going to build the business? It's a new place. I've never been to Mumbai. He said, I'm fired up. I'm excited because in Mumbai I'll get to know more people, new people, and I can build the business big. Every challenge, you have to convert it into an opportunity. They're small things. And of course, you talk to your upline. When you have the list with you, you talk to your upline, plan it out, whom to show the plan at first and whom you show later. And then of course is contacting. You have a list, contact the person with real attitude. This business is built with attitude. Real attitude. Some people are scared. If people think what? People come back to you with this. If people think, what will they think? You are building a business, a company which has grown worldwide for last 57 years in more than 100 countries, growing in India for last 18 years. This business is growing every day. People are talking about it. People are growing in it. And still you are scared to talk about it. That shows that you don't believe the business. If you come to class 10, you are due to appear your board exams, and you tell me that I'm scared of arithmetic. I don't know the basic arithmetic. What I'll do, I'll send him to class 1 once again. I'll do that, isn't it? But here if somebody comes and says, I'm scared, I'll send him. I say, go and see the plan once again, believe in the business, then talk to people. That is where people get lost out. People get lost out to these situations when they fail to understand the business plan. They fail to understand that this is the business which can make a difference not only in their lives but in the lives of people whom they are bringing the business into. It's just like people are scared about refusals. Tell me anybody who likes to listen to no's. Only people who are in bit worldwide probably, they like to listen to no's. Those are serious in the business because they know that if you listen to a number of no's, the yes is coming. Isn't it? But why do you take it this way? Why take it personally? Why take it everything personally? Suppose you come to my house. I tell you, would you like to have tea or coffee? You say, no, I don't take tea, I don't take coffee. Should I start crying? Huh? This guy came to my place and is saying no to tea and coffee. What should I do? I would stop taking tea and coffee myself from tomorrow. So why is it that when you are into business, when you are talking to somebody about business and when somebody says no, you are scared, you lose it, you say no. You are telling no to business, I also say no to business and I'm out of it. Why is it so? Take it that way. Take it, it's just you are offering somebody the opportunity and somebody says no. Okay, fine, thank you. Say thank you because he has not wasted your time. I'll tell you, Some guys are dangerous. Every now and then they'll say, yes, I remember. You showed me, I'm joining next month. Next month, 1st of August, I'll be there. When you contact him in August, September, boss, September I want to join. Contact them in September, he said, no, not September. You know, I have some issues in my house. November, perfect, I know, I'll go diamond with you. Come November 2016, he won't join. November 2017, he won't join. November 2018, he won't join, he'll never join. But still you are after this guy. Forget him, leave him. It is better if somebody says no upfront. It's better, he has not wasted your time. Okay, says thank you. Go to the next person. Show the plan. And showing the plan confidently is the simplest thing in this business, provided you show the plan correctly. You have to follow the guidelines. You cannot exaggerate. You cannot show whatever you feel like. You cannot use terminologies which you think would, bring people in easily. No, it doesn't happen that way. Tell them the correct picture. Give them the correct picture of the business. It's not a get quick rich scheme. Overnight, those businesses which come and go. It's not like that. It's an Amway business. You've got to put in your effort. You've got to retail products. You've got to build volume. You've got to build a sales team. You've got to be a leader. You've got to create leaders. You've got to do so many things. You've got to give effort. Otherwise, you're not going to earn. Tell them to give them the right picture. Now, don't exaggerate. Showing the business in the right way and following it up. Following up. You know why follow-up is important? Follow-up is important because to get a result, you have given time, you have given your effort. There must be a result. Somebody whom you have shown the plan, either he is to join or he is to buy products. And now it's easy. If somebody doesn't join your business, get him in as a preferred customer. As a preferred customer, as a PC. It's easy. If somebody, I do it this way, I'll tell you, you can check your upline. Don't follow me blindly, check your upline. What I do is, if somebody says no to me in the business, I'll tell him, look, from the company's side and from my side, I am giving you an opportunity to buy products at a discounted rate of 10%. Would you be interested? Because you don't have to pay anything. I know your mobile number, I know your address, and if you could give me your email ID, for lifelong you can buy products at 10% discount, you need not build the business. This is an offer from the company and from my side. Does it sound simple? It's simple. Why lose somebody? If somebody doesn't join you as an ABO, let him come in as a PC so that he can be converted into an ABO later on when he's excited about it. Why lose anybody? You have to follow it, follow through. See, this is a cycle. The whole thing is a cycle. You make a list of people, contact them, show them the plan, follow it up, follow through and continue this cycle. This cycle should go on and on and on and on and on and on. And the speed with which you build the cycle actually creates momentum. What is the definition of momentum? Momentum is mass times velocity. Remember, in business to create momentum, mass is the number of people in your group who are activity oriented, who are showing the plan and who are retailing products. That is the mass. And what is the moment? What is the velocity? With what speed they are doing it. Are they showing the plan every day or every month or every year? One plan every year. If somebody is doing it at a speed, they are creating momentum in your group. Simple. This business is science. This business is mathematics. This business is physics. This business is science. No hanky-panky here. It's very transparent. You do this, get this. Do this, get this. Don't do this, you don't get this. Got it? Simple. But you have to be on the right track. Build the business in the right way. This is important again. Building the business in the right way. Building the business in the right way. See, if you build the business in the wrong way, you will build the business only once. But if you build the business in the right way, following the rules of conduct, code of ethics, with worldwide cardinal rules, ethics, your business is going to stay. Maybe there's some delay in your business, maybe there are certain situations, doesn't matter. As I said, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And don't try to do something adventurous. Once you try to do something adventurous, the game would be over. I'll tell you a story. Maybe you know about it. There was a barber, he had a shop, so one gentleman, he went to this barber shop and he was having a haircut. When a kid comes in, a small kid comes in. So this barber tells this person who is having a haircut, that this kid who is coming in is probably one of the dumbest kids I've ever seen. So this guy asks, why? How is it you say that? See, just wait and watch. I'll offer him a coin in one hand, another 10 rupee note in another hand. So I'll, a 1 rupee coin and a 10 rupee note, and then I'll tell him which one to take. He always takes the coin. So he did the same. This kid comes in. So the barber offered him, with one hand he had the 1 rupee coin, another hand he had the 10 rupee note. So then he asked the kid, which one are you going to take? So the kid takes the coin and goes back. So this gentleman was having a haircut. He finished his job, came out, then found this guy, this small kid, in the next shop. He was buying some mints and chocolates. So he called him and said, why is it that when this barber, he offered you a coin and a 10 rupee note, why did you take the coin? He said, sir, the day I take the 10 rupee note, the game would be over. See, build the business in bits and pieces. And once you build the business in bits and pieces, it will grow up to a big structure, a huge structure. This business is all about building the business in the right way. This business is all about building the business in an ethical, honest way. Can you do it? Yes. Can we do it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Thank you. God bless. God amen.